Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the collective. Collective, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. I hope that you all are doing well today. I'm starting a new series on my channel, and it's all about journeys through the major arcana. And if you found yourself in this reading today, then you identify with the Empress. And I'm so excited to do this reading today because, as some of you may know, the Empress is my favorite card in any tarot deck. It represents Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, nature, the divine feminine, with the power of all four queens of the tarot. She's abundant, fertile, beautiful, right? Empress energy does not relate to gender, it just relates to energy, divine feminine. You can see here, it's like her whole body is like this beautiful big heart. But she's also known as the master attractor. She knows exactly who she is, what she wants out of life, and the fact that she deserves it. Because she's been so loving and generous and reciprocal to others, to the world. When you embody the Empress energy, it's this beautiful knowing of self and other. It's this understanding how you operate with other people and kind of compliment who they are. When I say compliment, I don't mean give them a compliment. I mean, you are the counterpart and the complement to the world. It's like, thank you, Spirit. It's like you can, there's something about the Empress that she can so beautifully anticipate need, what the world needs. Now I hear that song, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. I think there is a lot to be said about truly embodying this kind of self-confidence. A lot of people don't have it, and it requires a lot of personal healing on your part to be able to get to this place of receptivity, to say, I accept these generous gifts from Spirit. I accept that I am an abundant soul and that I deserve abundance. I accept that my abundance does not take away from anyone else's abundance. I accept that I am beautiful. I accept that I am worthy. That's the Empress energy. So whoever is here today, good for you. I'm going to be using 3 decks for your reading today. Of course, we've seen the White Witch Tarot for the overall energy. For the base spread, the What We've Forgotten Oracle deck. And for the tarot, the Artist Decoded Tarot. Such a beautiful, beautiful deck, the Artist Decoded. One of my candles just went out. It was on its last leg, but the timing is always interesting. It's like I don't switch them out until they really work it out to the end. So it's almost representing like you closing out a chapter in your life. Maybe the chapter where you told yourself you weren't worthy, and now you're kind of entering into this new era where you're going to ask for everything you want, and you're going to accept every beautiful thing that you get, and you're not going to question it. I mean, I just did it this morning. Sometimes it's difficult, right? It's like I literally manifested money. The way that it came to me was not how I expected, so I was not very specific in how I asked. But it showed up this morning and it was like, what? What? It was shocking. I say thank you, but it was shocking. Let me tell you. But still I question it. Why do we do that? Don't do that, Empress. All you Empresses, don't do that. 3 cards for the base spread. What is happening? Hold on 1 second. 2 cards on the ground. Okay. 3 cards out. Beautiful. This deck is gorgeous. Okay. 3 cards for the clarifier. The first 2 cards, first set of cards is going to be all about where we've come from. The second set is where we're going. The third set, of course, advice for spirit. For the Empress, please. This is a collective reading for the Empress. All 3 of your tarot cards came out in reverse. It's not a bad thing or a good thing, but it's just notable. Why is it notable? Because when a card flips out in reverse, it means it's not sitting fully in its own energy. Sometimes that can be a good thing, which kind of is in all 3 of these cards. So, the very first card, number 62, which reduces, okay, I just felt a kind of a tap on my eardrum, kind of a uncomfortable tap on my eardrum. Whenever that happens, that particular feeling, it tells me that somebody is already resistant to the messages in this reading. I don't know why. I barely even started, and basically what I've already said to you is very amazing because it's Empress energy, but either you are hesitant or there's somebody in your life that doesn't want you to know that you're an Empress. And they are trying to make it uncomfortable for me to deliver this message, which of course, too bad, so sad for them, because I'm going to deliver it. But I want you to be aware that this energy is in your midst. And the first person that you thought of when I said that is the person that it is. Okay? So they could be totally conscious or totally unconscious of this. They could have no idea that they project this energy out towards you. So there is a crucial person in my life, a family member in my life, that behaves this way towards me. And if I confronted them about it, they would deny it with every fiber of their being. But I know that it is difficult for them to see me in Empress energy. I don't let that stop me, and you shouldn't either. And that's a very strong message. You got number 62, which reduces to an 8, the Strength card, and the word is protection. Not a coincidence. Not a coincidence that I have a gigantic piece of lapis lazuli on my desk, right? Lapis lazuli is a crystal. It's this amazing crystal that you use for self-expression. So anytime I feel that there's any kind of blockage in my throat chakra or blockage, it's any way of me trying to communicate, I always pick this lapis lazuli up and I hold it tight. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant in its color. And it's right here. This reminds me of the cosmic egg, which can be found in the Wild Unknown Tarot, I believe. The Wild Unknown Oracle? Now I don't know. Now I'm insecure about which one it is. But this You know, and it's kind of surrounded by snake energy too, right? It's almost as if there's snakes in your midst. You kind of have to play with snake energy too. And the reason I say that is because obviously the symbol of the snake is very sacred, but the idea is shedding of skin, this sense that we can renew ourselves, revitalize ourselves. We can make ourselves over. And I think that's probably what you're stepping into right now. Like, you're embracing this Empress energy, perhaps for the first time in your life. It's like you're giving birth to a new version of yourself that is worthy of every beautiful thing. And there is somebody that Spirit is highlighting for me right now that they are protecting you from. You know, of course, you know what they always say, right? God, the divine, sits in rooms and listens to conversations that you can't hear, that you don't see, on your behalf. So number one, always want to work with your spirit guides. You always work with the light, and like the sunlight is coming into my window very brightly right now. You always want to work with the light. It's never ever about retaliation. You leave all that to spirit. Karma is its own thing. You live with integrity. You live with high standard for yourself. But work with your spirit guides and always pray for protection every single day. Every single day before you leave the house. Even if you're in the house, just pray for protection. Because not everybody out there has your best and highest good in mind. And when you're in Empress energy, when you are getting promoted, when you are looking fabulous, when you are speaking your authentic truth and being your authentic self, some people can't stand it. You know, and you've probably heard a lot of, you know, maybe different tarot readers, spiritual leaders, people on TikTok, whatever. It doesn't mean it's not true. It's true. The more you up-level yourself, there are people that do not want to see you succeed because they are so insecure about themselves. They can't bear to watch anybody else live out their truest potential. Don't let that stop you, though. Who cares? You shouldn't care. I mean, some of you probably do, especially if it's like a really close family member, a best friend, Spirit just said. There's something in my throat chakra. I'm telling you. I'm gonna pick up some tourmaline. I wear tourmaline here too. I wear onyx as well. You have to. If you're an empath, if you're a light worker especially, don't leave home without it. Don't leave home without it. But this is not to say that they have any kind of power over you. They only have power over you if you let them. A very specific person in my life is coming to the fore. Somebody that used to be a friend and is no longer. Right? They never in a million years would have imagined that I would have found out truths about them and how they were speaking about me in rooms that I was not in. And of course, I found out everything from multiple different people. The truth will out. It always does. And how you respond to it will matter. So this is in what we've been through, what we've gone through already. Okay, this understanding that we need protection. The 8 of Swords in the reverse. 8 of Swords is anxiety. It's almost as if once you've got your spirit guides on board, once you've drawn boundaries, you drew your boundaries, and all the anxiety and all the tension that you felt just alleviates. Why? Because that energy is no longer has access to your life in any way. So I could see some people blocking. Maybe you blocked some energies. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. I'm going to ask for clarifier. What does the collective need? Thank you. Protection from. Look at this. Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords in the reverse. Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords in the reverse. Both in reverse. These are in the upright. So Five of Pentacles. This card, it talks about being left out, the sense that we've been abandoned. That thumping is happening in my ear again. Whoever this person is, they're very bitter, right? They know that you've left them behind. You've left them behind. I see these two, you know, they're in the past. It's like, what was this anxiety about? This is what I was asking Spirit for clarifier. It was about this anxiety of not being able to move past a chaotic situation and somebody feeling left out in the cold. It's in your past now. You know, it's one of these things. I'm a Cancer, right? So I've read something. Oh my God, I just blanked on the person's name. There is an account on Instagram that is so beautiful. It's an astrology account, and it's called Typewriter Astrology, I want to say. I think that's what it's called, Typewriter Astrology. I've been reading, I just found this account, or it just came across my feed, and I was reading some of their posts, it is some of the most beautifully written, astute, precise, gorgeous prose about the signs as animals, the signs as dark aspects, the signs as etc., etc. That this content creator, if they had a book out right now on like my sign, I would buy it. If they had a book of fiction out, I would buy it. The way that they write, I also write too. When I read their writing, it makes me envious, and I'm not a jealous or envious person naturally. I don't compete with people and whatever. I read this person's writing and I'm in such awe of it that it makes me jealous. And I think this person is also a Cancer, and they said something about the Cancer sign that really kind of struck me, which was, I think I want to try and get the line right. I know that I'm paraphrasing, but it's like people bring vulnerability to the Cancer's doorstep, not even concerned if the Cancer is at home. It's like some people just don't care if I'm not in the mood to listen to them, whatever, because I'm the transmuter, I'm the empath, right? Sometimes people who take advantage of empaths don't care about your feelings and about what you're going through. They just care about their own stuff. And this is what I feel for you right now, collective. I feel as though you've given, and to the wrong person, and now you're clamped shut. Because this is like a Fabergé egg. I feel like it opens up and it's like clamped shut right now. With good reason. because you are elevating. You're elevating beyond where you ever thought you could be. And there's somebody in your life, or maybe a group of people, that just can't stand it. And it hurts. It sucks. It's like, why can't people just be happy for you, right? Well, number one, I'm happy for you. It's not easy to get to Empress energy. The Empress is the power of all 4 queens of the tarot. What does that mean? It means that you've had to not only do a crap ton of healing, but then embody the best and most integrity-driven, authentically self-possessed versions of all the queens. So with the wands, the swords, the pentacles, and the cups, that in every version of those queens, you've had to always stand your ground, sit in your integrity, speak authentic truth, be good to others, be kind to others. That's so exhausting sometimes, especially when people are just not honest and just big a-holes, you know? So I don't know, I'm feeling all defensive for you guys, because I'm very, when people are sitting in their Empress energy, I'm so happy for them. And so the idea that somebody would in your life would be trying to like rain on your parade just really makes me mad. And it should make you mad too, right? Not to the point where you're mad forever, but don't stand for that. Don't allow that energy into your life. Big message. Big message. Where are we headed? Number 57, which reduces to a 13, a 12, excuse me, a 12. I can do math. The Hanged Man energy, conception. So this is very interesting because the Empress here, you can see the kind of baby inside. She's very fertile, very creative. And that's what this card is all about. You know, truly embodying the Empress energy by starting to understand and manifest things. But you're not just manifesting, you're like creating it within yourself. You're creating all the good ideas, all the plans, all the spaces of abundance. You're creating those things. It's really beautiful. The spirit just said black cauldron. I don't know what, like, yes, it's kind of a black cauldron, but they wanted me to say the word black cauldron. I don't know if you're doing like spell work. Take that as it resonates. I do feel as though you have a lot of burgeoning ideas that you are making a reality. And how are you making it a reality? You're drawing upon the people in your soul tribe to help you. I feel as though you're calling out to people to assist you. Like right now, I have something fun planned for my channel, which wouldn't seem like a big deal to a lot of other people, but for me it's a big deal. And it'll probably launch in July. But it's really not, to most people, it really doesn't seem like much. It might not seem like much, but for me, I outsourced something for my channel, which I've never done before. And because I'm not very technologically savvy, so I outsourced something and I'm so excited about it. But this person is helping me to realize a vision that I have for my channel, right? But I came up with the idea and they're just riffing on it and making it a reality for me. So it's not like we have to sit here and do everything ourselves. We can enlist the help of others to make our vision a reality, right? It's clarified by the Five of Swords in the reverse. This is the card of winning at all costs, competition, that ugly energy that we were talking about in the first pile here. No longer. The Empress doesn't have to compete. The Empress does not have to compete with anyone. Your abundance does not take away from anyone else's abundance. That's why when you're truly in your Empress energy, you can look at other Empress energies and say, I'm so happy for you, and totally mean it, because it doesn't threaten you in any way. It's so funny too, because like I have a lot of, I'm of a certain age, and like I'm almost 50, so I've lived a life, right? And I would say that I have a pretty big soul tribe, and the majority of my soul tribe are women. And sometimes I get asked by other women that I'm friends with who their soul tribe is mainly men, which is not in any way judgment. It's just for them, they have a lot of male friends. I have a lot of female friends. And they always ask me how, because for them, female friends have been difficult for them to have female friends. And I always tell these people, oh, it's because you threatened all those female friends somehow with your mere existence, with your beauty, with your brains, with your ideas, with your personality. Your light was too bright and they couldn't handle it. And they were really petty. And you attracted people like that. And I don't do that. I don't actively seek to put other women down. I seek to raise women up. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do that for somebody who's like a not nice person. I'm not going to give you the time of day. But this is Empress energy, right? Sometimes it's hard to do, but I really try hard to do it, to always focus on what is it that I can say, do, be, to be the most supportive friend that I can. And I feel as though you're realizing that now, because you're not competing anymore. You don't have to. To end the reading here, number 32, another 5. That's 3 5s in your reading. 555 may be very significant to you. Unconditional love. That's advice from Spirit. How stunning is this card? One, we have the shape of the pyramid, which is always the shape of projection, focused intensity of energy, channeling energy. I see this circle in the middle here is kind of like a dial, kind of unlocking something, finding out the combination. This unconditional love energy, advice from Spirit, your light is going to really become you. And when it shines on people, show them this beautiful heart that you have. Be generous with your heart. It only will come back to you. And if it doesn't come back to you, recognize and have forgiveness for those people. Now, you don't have to continue, but if somebody doesn't reciprocate it, forgive it and keep it moving. Show that light to people who appreciate it and can show it back. It's clarified by the 9 of Swords in reverse. No longer sitting in the energy of anxiety or nightmares or worry, or releasing all of that. Spirit is kind of extricating it from you, like just taking it off your hands. You don't need it anymore. Goodbye. That's your reading, collective. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Stay tuned for the next installment, The Emperor.